Your name?
Your name?
My name is Isabel Mary Weekins.
And
You
how,
married Ziegemeier.
Oh, okay, I married Fred Ziegemeier, which was a very good man.
yeah.
Yes. And when were you born?
February the 7th, 1919.
Ah, and your maiden name was?
Isabel Weekins.
Uh-huh. And where were you raised?
On the farm on the Mexico Road. No, Mexico Road, is that it? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, remember, I know the Omas farm was over here, and the Weekins farm was up. You were across from them, weren't you? Your farm?
Quite a ways,
Oh, quite a ways.
from them, right, so.
Well, just tell us, what was it like growing up in St. Peter's, and how did you get to school and church?
We walked, we had about 2 miles of school that we walked on a gravel road. There was no buses or anything like that. And well, we started in first grade.
Uh-huh.
Everybody else did,
And weren't there just 4 classrooms at that time?
yeah, I guess it was because there was no upstairs.
That was an auditorium, wasn't it?
There wasn't that many kids going to school. I think in my grade it was only 16. It was 10 boys and 6 girls.
Oh, wow.
And out of that bunch, there were 3 of us married.
Oh, wow.
It was Fred and I, and it was Agnella and Kester.
Kester.
And let's see, who was that other one? McMenamy. Evie?
Oh, yeah, Evie.
McMenamy. Out of that grade.
How you doing?
Yeah.
And every one of them, we used to play cards. We had 15 couples
Uh-huh.
that Fred and I played cards with there, and not a one is living.
What are some of the fond memories that you remember growing up Catholic, and how'd that make you feel? How special did it make you?
Well, I know we got to know the good religion, and we had nuns that taught us the Catholic religion. And we started from first grade, and we went to 8th grade. And we didn't have, there was no high schools or anything at the time. And we lived on the farm all my life until we got married.
What did they? Were there usually 2 group classes in a classroom at a
Right, it
time?
was what I can remember was 7th and 8th grade.
Uh-huh.
The other ones I don't remember so much. But I remember we lived in kind of a religious, there wasn't many Catholics around. And she was having a play. And she needed kids to be in it. So my brother Roger, not Roger, Bud, we went and had that. And of course I was in 7th grade at that time. And when we went on the stage, we had to have a lot of makeup on. Of course, when I went to school, I guess I didn't wash it all off, and the nun got after me because I had this makeup on. And I told her what happened, so.
Where was the play?
We had one of them in Cottleville,
Uh-huh.
and the other one was in Defiance.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And I was only about 12, 13 years old.
Well, how'd you get there? Did they have a buggy?
Bud, my brother,
Yeah.
him and I were both in it.
Oh.
And then he would drive, and we would practice the play. So,
Oh.
yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah.
They're all gone. They were my best friends. The Reefers were my best friends.
Was there any shenanigans that went on in school that you remember?
No,
No?
we were just kids.
Yeah.
And like with Fred too, he was just another guy.
Do you remember your first date?
It's the funniest thing. That's the one thing I can remember. Because at that time we were about 18 years old.
Uh-huh.
And I was staying at my aunt and uncle's house down on the Puggy roof.
Yeah.
Not Puggy. Oh, who lived on 2nd Street down there?
Well, the Heppermans were down there, Schneiders,
Oh, the Missons.
Augustins.
It was where Doda's living now. Whoever lived in there, I don't know.
Way before my time.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Dean Weekins.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
David, right. I was sitting on the porch because Aunt Martha, that was her name, she had 2 kids and I was babysitting for them and I was sitting on the front porch. And all of a sudden, here comes a handsome teenager walking down the road.
Ooh.
And it was Fred.
Oh.
And he
Yeah.
said, "You want to go to the air show?"
Oh.
And I said, "Well, that's up to you." So Joe Arnold used to live down there too. And we took him along.
Oh, good.
And ever since that,
Wow.
we started dating.
And when did you get married?
2 years later, I remember the date, but I gotta. Right now, I don't remember when we got married.
Yeah.
But you were at All Saints, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Everything was out. It was the funniest thing. You don't find too many people that married each other and stayed living there. Fred was from St. Peter's and I was too. We got married in St. Peter's, got buried in there, and raised all of our kids.
Now, did you have a reception out at the picnic grounds? 'Cause
Yes.
okay, a lot of
Which
them.
was terrible.
Oh, it was terrible?
No.
Oh.
Well, we didn't know any different
Yeah.
because
No.
there was no. We had a dance floor. I forgot who even played the music, but there was no luncheon or anything.
Yeah. Well, didn't they a lot of times you got married early in the morning? Like at 8 or
It
9?
was on a Wednesday.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And people get, boys, they never got married on a Wednesday. Now it's only Saturday.
Yeah.
But it was on a Wednesday, and yeah, I guess it was early in the morning.
Yeah. Well, they probably had like a luncheon or something afterwards.
I kind of remember we went back to Mom's house, and I think the only ones that was there was Fred's mom and dad, and because his sisters were young too. You know, we were only, because we were only 20 years old.
What priest married you? Do you remember? Was it Father Gersey? Gersey?
Kersey.
Well, my dad always said Father Gersey would play with the boys. He'd play baseball with the boys. So I don't know.
Could be possible. I
Yeah.
don't remember because they played at a different place. Where in the heck did they play baseball?
On the parking lot, maybe?
We had it when we girls played. We played between the church and the school.
Mhm. Wasn't there outhouses too? I remember those.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they was down below the church.
Yeah.
Oh my lands.
Yeah.
When I started school, they were down there also, because we
Yeah.
had to use the outside. We had no inside bathrooms in school when I started.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I guess that's right.
Uh-huh.
Did you all bring your lunches too to school? Yeah. My dad talked about eating lard sandwiches. Did you have to do that too?
I don't think so. What we ate, I don't know, but I know we had a little tin bucket. And then we would come out for recess or lunch, and we sit on the steps of the church.
Oh, you didn't eat
And
inside?
eat it. No.
Ah.
Well, it was nice, we ate outside.
Oh, okay.
And I remember we would play ball. And Evie McMenamy, well, she was the same way I was. I would say we were the best batters. We were on the same team.
Oh gosh.
And we hit that ball nearly down to where the toilets were from.
Oh gosh.
Oh, my dear Evie, where is she at now?
Yeah, yeah,
She was a dear lady.
They were our best friends.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember any favorite teachers?
Yeah, I can only remember one. It was Sister Petronella.
Yeah.
Oh, you remember her?
Yeah.
My mom
Yeah.
talked about her
Yeah.
all the time.
Isn't that, but she liked the boys. And she always said she liked the
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
She
but,
taught me later in school.
Is
She-
that
And I
right?
told her, I said, do you remember my dad? She said, oh yes, I remember Joey.
Well, isn't that something?
Yeah. She was really a nice sister.
Yeah.
Oh.
But that's the only one I can remember.
Was there anything you wanted to share about, your Catholic upbringing? Anything special?
Well, I can remember when I made my first communion. See, down below us, they call, you know where the Omises live?
Yeah.
Well, that would flood because they didn't have that kind of a bridge then yet, and that would flood. So what I can remember how we ever got there, I don't know, but I remember my dad had to go around a different way to get to church.
Mm-hmm.
But where would we go? What road would we take?
Well, I
I
know,
don't know.
yeah. I remember my
I
dad
don't-
saying they would, when it would freeze over Darting Creek, they would sometimes skate to school. He said,
Oh, he did. That we
yeah,
never did
you do
do.
that. Is there anything else you want to share? Anything about your family, your daughter, your son? Would you like to say anything for? Because I'm going to try and get a copy for them.
Oh, gosh. Well, Rich, well, he's passed away, you know that. He was only about 54 years old, which is too young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got a lot of support from your son and daughter, Sharon and,
Oh, yeah,
and
Roger is
Roger.
really good. He used, when I was still living at home, he did all my shopping.
Ah,
And now he comes every Tuesday,
ah,
and he mows the grass until we know what to decide.
yeah.
Because we had something wrong with the shingles, and they're supposed to come and see if they can fix it or not.
Okay, well, thank you for talking to us.